Hello my dear students of class 8. This is your Mamta ma'am once again brought another video for you. This time I am going to explain chapter 7 part 2 on request of some students of your class such as Karan, Sambhav and Rafia. In its first part, I had explained the definition of biodiversity, conservation of biodiversity, etc. Why do we need the conservation of biodiversity? So you can understand that our biodiversity is exploited too much due to the greediness of human beings for their own use. Government of India has made many rules, laws for the protection of wildlife. Many protected areas are being developed by the government of India, such as biosphere reserves, then wildlife sanctuaries and national parks. So these three protected areas are the naturally developed protected areas, but botanical garden and zoological parks are the artificially developed by human being for the protection of wildlife and also for the entertainment of human beings. Now, what is the difference between the biosphere reserves and wildlife sanctuary? So, the biosphere reserves are the large area for the wildlife, but wildlife sanctuary is in comparison to biosphere reserve is a smaller area than the biosphere reserves. Now, what is the difference between wildlife sanctuary and national park? So, national parks has the limited boundary, so that the animals are moving within this limited area. But the in the wildlife sanctuaries, though the animals have no such boundaries or limitations to move around. And one more difference between the wildlife sanctuaries and biosphere reserves are that biosphere reserves are meant for both plants and animals protection, but wildlife sanctuaries is for only animals protection. In our Jharkhand, also some national parks are there, such as Hazaribagh National Park, Betla National Park. So we also have some national parks. Now, species categorized under IUCN. So what is the full form of IUCN? That is International Union for the Conservation of Nature. So formerly it was known as World Conservation Union. Its main function is to identify and classify species that are threatened with extinction. It has listed species of plants and animals into different categories. So those categories are endangered species, vulnerable species, rare species and threatened species. These are mainly categorized into the 4 types of species. You have already studied about the extinct animals or plants. Extinct means that those species of plants and animals that are totally disappears from the earth, such as Cooksonia, Rhynia, etc. in plants, and dodo, mammoth, Tasmanian tigers are in animals. So now these species that are endangered, vulnerable, these species are those species that are under threatening to be extinct. So that we have to conserve this, we have to protect these animals from being extinct. So first one is endangered species. These are species of plants and animals that are in small numbers and are under the risk of extinction. if the causative factors continue to operate. Causative factors here means if people continues to exploit this for their own use, continue to operate. Examples are Indian rhino, Asiatic lion, blue whale, and plants like the Texas wild rice, gabble elba, dragon tree, etc. These are under the threat of being extinct if causative factors continue to operate. Second one is vulnerable species. These species are those plants and animal species that are not endangered right now. But if immediate action is not taken for their protection, these are likely to be endangered soon. So examples are musk deer, African elephant, chinkara, and plants like sandalwood and white topped pitcher plant. So you have to understand that endangered species are under the risk of extinction and vulnerable species are under the risk of being endangered. Next one is rare species. This category includes those plants and animals that are very common and present in very small numbers. These need to be protected to ensure they continue to exist on the earth. The Himalayan porcupine, Bengal fox, and golden cat are the examples of rare species of animals, while the plants include species like the seaside alder and Aaron's rod. So these are the rare species. Very frequently found anywhere, and these are, if we does not take protection for these animals and plants, it soon get extinct. Next one is threatened species. These are the species of plants and animals which, if not given immediate protection, will soon fall under any of the above three categories. So these are also those type of species of plants and animals. If we do not protect them, or if we do not take care of these animals and plants, it soon get under any of above mentioned three categories. Examples are Asiatic rock python, leopard, horned pleasant, and pheasant, a type of cuckoo. Plants include short spider orchid, water tassel fern, etc. Not cuckoo, actually it's a type of peacock. Now endemic species, these are not the categories of above mentioned types, but certain species of plants and animals are found uniquely in a particular land area and are called endemic species. Some plants and species are more crowded in a certain place or certain habitat, so that these type of animals and plants are known as endemic species. So for example, grey jungle fowl that is found specifically in India, Formosan macaque that is endemic to Taiwan, and thorny devil lizard that is found in Australia. One more important thing to be understand that what is red data book. So this question is asked by Sambhav. So it is the record of all endangered species of plants and animals. So the government of India have records of all endangered species of plants and animals are kept in a book published by IUCN called the IUCN Red Data Book. That means it is a collection of books of records of endangered species that is going to be extinct if proper care should not be taken. The red data books are different or separate for plant species as well as in animal species. The first red data book for animals was published in 1966. So that's all for second part of this chapter. Thank you. If you have understand this chapter clearly, then tell me on Tenno app. Thank you.